today on Divorce Court.
I think my wife is very insecure with herself, and those insecurities are starting to be placed on me as blame.
I want to be with my husband, but I'm having a really hard time trusting him. And I really want this to work, and I definitely need help.
I shouldn't have to feel like my life is, in shambles over her own insecurities.
I would hope that the judge would be able to see a little bit of where I'm coming from and maybe just help him see so he doesn't just think I'm the crazy one.
Divorce Court is now in session.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here today with Colbey Slocum and Kourtney Slocum. Mr. and Mrs. Slocum, you have been married for a year and a half, although you've been together for 10 years, and you have one child together. Mr. Slocum, things have run off the rails. Why don't you tell me why you're here in divorce court today?
Your Honor, I'm here today because I'm hoping to get some stability back in my relationship. My wife is always thinking that I'm out cheating. She's always constantly checking my phone, my social media. Her temper is unbearable. She's always throwing stuff, trying to lock me in rooms. If I try to get out, she always stands in my way.
She locks you in rooms?
Oh, yes, yes.
You know that's a felony, right?
Your Honor, look at him and look at me.
Give me an example of one of the most outrageous things she's done in a fit of jealousy.
Your Honor, we were out to eat. The waitress came to give us our bill. I paid the bill. She comes back, she smiles and takes the little thing you put your bill in. Kourtney said, "What are you looking at?"
To you or to her?
To her.
Did you really?
She gave him what I call the bedroom eyes, so I just let her know.
Are you serious,
Yes,
Mrs.
I am.
Slocum?
Yes, I am. She gave him the bedroom eyes with a wink on it. Oh,
Your Honor,
yeah. I let her know.
My mother sent me to go and get one of her friends because she was drinking at the bar and couldn't drive. This woman is like 42 years old. She sat up front, put on music, started to dance, what drunk people do.
Yeah.
She thought that she was hitting on me and I was liking her just by laughing at her.
His mom's inebriated friend, he's driving her home, and you think something's gonna jump off.
She looked at him and said, "You're looking cute today," again with the bedroom eyes.
No, she did not.
Yes, she
No,
did.
she did
Were you
not.
in the car?
Okay.
She
Yes,
was
I
busy.
was.
She was dancing like this.
Yes, I
like, who ain't
was.
gonna laugh?
And I let her know. Yes, I did.
Can you give me any other examples?
Okay, we're walking through Walmart. This lady is stocking. She's putting the electronic things on, the merchandise.
Shelves,
Okay, so she's grabbing out the box. She looks over and says hi, smiles at us both. She's like, "What, you screwing her too?" Anywhere we go. Anywhere
Now,
we
Miss
go.
Slocum, you're showing up a couple of nuts and bolts light here.
Yeah.
If you're crazy and you know it, shake your meds. Yeah.
Hearing it listed, enumerated like that in list form, does it appear to you that you might have a bit of a tick?
Maybe just a little, but if he wouldn't have done the things that he done, maybe I wouldn't be that way.
Well, what did he do?
He cheated. He had.
When
I
did
did not cheat, Your Honor. Your Honor, we had a two-week period where we separated for a little bit.
Y'all on a break.
living
Yeah,
together.
we was on break. Okay. Online, I had an old friend from where we were living hit me up. She had moved by then to Las Vegas. She said, "I haven't seen you in a while. How are you doing?" So we started talking. Online thing, not physical. She started, hitting on me basically, and I shut it down because I told her I was trying to work out stuff with my wife. I ain't ready to try to go into
Move
nothing
on,
else.
right.
I tell her about it, and she's still pissed off at me because I opened up. Like, I could have kept that to myself. I was trying to be honest with
Did
her.
he voluntarily tell you about what occurred while you two were on a break?
I found that he made a fake profile.
A fake profile.
And she
Hang on,
told
hang
him that she loved him. I look at it as you weren't there.
That's not
for
the
us.
question I
Yes.
asked you. The
Yes, he
question I
did.
asked you is he voluntarily gave up that information to you when
After
you
I
hadn't
found that out, yes.
After you what?
Found that out, yes.
Your
His
Honor,
fake profile.
how can
Yes,
she
I
find
did.
out I supposedly made a fake profile when I was the one that told her about this?
After.
It sounds like she has delusions to me. And
Oh,
she always constantly listens to her friends. Like, I guess they tell her, like, I'm out cheating or I'm out doing this, I'm out doing
Is
that.
that the only thing he's ever
No.
done? Hang on. In the 10 years you've been together, that would cause you to believe that he's cheating? Because to me, that don't count.
No, I actually found a text messages one day that he was sleeping that a girl said, I love you, Big Papa. I'm glad we met and I'm glad we're friends. But I woke him up out of his sleep, freaking out.
How long ago was that?
Not too long ago, about a couple years ago.
That ain't too long ago? Your Honor, I went out to a fair. It was a concert at the fair. I have ran into some people that I knew. One of my friends had another girlfriend with him. I gave him my number. His girlfriend was also one of my friends. She's the one that texted me that. And I know the text is crazy. And I did call her in front of Kourtney. I told her it was not cool to call me Big Papa, even if she was joking. I said, my wife is, irate about this.
Yeah.
I said, you can't do that. And I ccalled her right in front of her. And I
Did
proved
he do
to her.
that?
Yes, he did, but if he wouldn't hand his number out like it's candy, maybe it wouldn't happen in the beginning.
Oh, Miss Slocum.
Well, it's true.
Let me tell you something. They're going to take you out of here in a wagon. Because you are coming off crazy.
I told her she needed to see a doctor.
It's not rational at all. Any more stories to tell?
Oh, man. I told her, you always... All right, let me tell you this. I did leave out
Why
something.
don't you say what you're going to say?
I get home, okay? I was with my friend, helping him move. He went to Walmart before he dropped me back off at my house. I bought some groceries, bought some other items. I get home with the bag. Kourtney's at the door. You didn't tell me you were going to Walmart. You were supposed to be helping somebody move. I'm like, I did. We went to Walmart afterwards. I picked up some groceries for the house, got some shampoos, some deodorant, stuff like that. I mean, do I have to tell you every place I go? It's not like I'm out here cheating on you.
Were you upset that he went to Walmart on
I was,
an
yes.
unscheduled trip to Walmart? Why?
Yes. I was upset.
She thought I was going back to see that girl.
Everywhere
Yeah.
he goes, he doesn't tell me. It's always...
Why should he?
I think he needs to tell me at least how long he's going to be gone for. At least you can't tell me I'm going to be gone for
Your
a
Honor,
little
if
bit
I say
and
I'm
then
gone
like
for 2 hours,
later.
if I say I'm going to be gone for 2 hours and I go a little bit over that time, she is calling my phone. You having fun? What are you doing? You're probably with some...
I call him and he don't answer his phone. That's what he doesn't tell
answer
you.
your call and you're going to follow him.
I called that number and a girl answered, hello. I'm like, why are you texting my husband? Click.
Mr. Slocum, care to explain?
Your Honor, that never happened. That's a figment of her imagination. That's in Kourtney land somewhere. I promise you, that never happened.
If I had
And if
proof.
it did, I don't know why we haven't been fighting about it.
Mr. Slocum, you say that when Mrs. Slocum gets angry, it is quite the scene. That she gets angry, yells, hooping and hollering. Why don't you tell me some of the things that she's done when she's felt that you've done something inappropriate?
All right, so the locked in rooms thing. I was playing a game with my cousin. She comes up to me, she said, oh, why ain't you on your phone? You got time to hang out with other people, you never have time for me. Started this big thing. So we get at it, we start yelling at each other. I go into the room, I try to leave because she followed me in there, so I try to get past her. She slams the door, she locks it. And she keep on saying to me, she was like, what are you gonna do, hit me? She said, go ahead, hit me.
Miss Slocum, did you do that?
Oh, no. I will stand in front of him, but I don't lock the door.
You
first
lock
of all.
the door.
But
And
you
if
try
he
to block him from leaving.
Yes, I do, because I feel like he needs to man up and
She
talk to
slapped
me.
me in the
Why
face?
should he run away? I don't lock the door. That's a lie.
But are you cursing and hollering, carrying on?
Yes, I am.
You're not a rational being?
I try to start off calm when I talk about it, but he just wants to walk away and don't want to listen.
No, I don't.
Even
And then when I do,
am
she
calm,
slaps
he's
me in
not
the face.
yelling.
Do you have any family and friends that you know and trust and hang around with, somebody other than him?
Sure.
Did they ever tell you something ain't quite right with you?
Nope.
So they think that he's running around cheating, and every woman in town,
Your Honor.
from the department store to the restaurant to the mall, every woman in town is after him. You really believe, all of them think that.
Ma'am, it's not a really big town.
She's always getting physical. I used to buy her snow globes when I travel for work. She threw at least half of them at me. Half
Not
of them are
at
broken.
him, it hit the
Gone.
wall.
No. She threw them at me. She'll say, oh, I threw it past you because I didn't want to hurt you. Who's going to throw something with the intention not to hurt you?
Miss Slocum?
He has kicked holes in the wall. He has punched holes in the door.
Tell me about one of those circumstances. What is he angry about when he engages in that conduct?
I don't know. Maybe it's because I keep poking at him.
It's
It's like poking at a bear, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess I can admit that. I won't stop because I feel like he needs to be honest. I do feel like he's not being honest with me. So
What is he
therefore I
being
won't
dishonest about?
There was this girl in his phone who was under his friend's name who was a male. He had a text message from her saying, "I can't wait to see you tonight." So what did I do? Because I'm so crazy.
Your Honor, again.
I called that number and a girl answered, "Hello." I'm like, "Why are you texting my husband?" Click.
Mr. Slocum, care to explain?
Your Honor, that never happened. That's a figment of her imagination. That's in Kourtney land somewhere. I promise you, that never happened.
If I had
And if
proof.
it did, I don't know why we haven't been fighting about it.
Anything? Have you not mentioned it to him?
Oh, yes, I mentioned
When?
it to him.
Why am I just now finding out about it?
This is his famous saying. "What do you mean?" All the time. You say anything to him, he'll be like, "What do you mean? What do you mean, what do I mean?"
Your
That's
Honor,
what
I
I mean.
give her my phone and I tell her to look through it.
You know, I kind of want to know what you mean myself.
Because he said...
You know, if somebody in a department store says hi to both of you, how you get a romantic invitation out of that is really
not all the
beyond
time.
me.
Not all the time. Not all the time. Now that's just being exaggerated. And I
No,
just
that
look
ain't
like a crazy
exaggeration. That's
person.
real.
It's certain times like when you go somewhere and then, because he's a very nice person, he talks to everyone, he doesn't discriminate. But when the girl gives the bedroom eyes and the look, it's like, I'd like to just knock that right off your face.
Your Honor.
First of all, how is he, number one, how is he responsible for the look? But we're going to leave that alone. Let's get off this because we see where this is going, Mrs. Slocum. And we're going to talk because you're upset because Mrs. Slocum will not get a job.
Yeah.
You're very upset about your husband and so scared that some woman's going to take him from you.
Because I feel like he looks at other girls more than he does me, like there's something wrong with me. Like maybe I'm not pretty enough.
Your Honor, I'm always telling her she's beautiful.
Hang on, I'm trying to get somewhere with your wife. Be quiet.
Maybe I'm not skinny enough, or I don't have nice stuff like other people do.
Mr. Slocum, you're concerned because you say your wife will not get a job. Tell me about that.
Okay, Your Honor, I'm working 65 plus hours a week. Okay, I'm dying. I'm paying for the house. I'm paying for our daughter's clothes. I'm paying for food. You know, it was cool when my daughter was younger. You know, we needed somebody that would be able to be there with her, watch her. My daughter goes to school now, and when she's not in school, my grandma can watch her and be there for her. Why can't she get a job? Why can't she help me?
Have you asked her?
I asked her, and she always says, I applied for a job, or they're gonna call me back, or they said that the person that did my interview got fired or isn't there anymore. She always has some different...
Ms. Slocum, do you understand that your man is under some financial pressure and needs a little assistance?
Yes, I do.
And do you believe you ought to render that assistance to him?
Yes, I do.
What are you doing about it?
I did fill out an application and turned it in, and when I called back about it, the woman who was supposed to do my interview with me got fired or quit or something. I don't know. There's like 7 stories. So I've applied to other places. I kind of feel because I don't have a background history of work that nobody wants to hire me. I have filled out numerous applications everywhere.
When you say numerous, how many do you mean?
Like 30. Everywhere I can.
Like 3.5.
How would you know?
Where's the evidence?
So I'm supposed to bring the application home and prove it to you. Now who's
I ain't never even seen you fill one out.
Ms. Slocum, somehow I don't believe that you've really filled out 30 applications.
Okay, maybe like 15, but the truth is the truth.
Let me see your call log.
See, the thing
Have they ever called you back?
is, until you get a job, your full-time job is getting a job.
Yes.
So, you know, I could do 15 applications in a day if I was broke. I mean, in a day. I'd be one shop after another, online. You can fill them out all day long. So 15 is nothing. So you're not really trying. And you need to get off your duff and do something, because the man needs some help.
Yes, I realize that.
You realize that? Well, what's stopping you?
Nothing. I
She
do
wants
go
to know
and
if
do
I'm a
those
cheat.
things. And I do.
How can she work and check on me?
I have my ways. Thank you.
Miss Slocum, what's wrong? Is something wrong? I mean, are you distraught? Are you upset? Do you not feel safe? What's wrong? You're very upset about your husband and so scared that some woman's gonna take him from you.
Because I feel like he looks at other girls more than he does me, like there's something wrong with me. Like maybe I'm not pretty enough.
Your Honor, I'm always telling her she's beautiful.
Hang on, I'm trying to get somewhere with your wife. Be quiet.
Maybe I'm not skinny enough, or I don't have nice stuff like other people do, or just
You have issues with who you are, don't you? You don't think you're good enough.
No, sometimes I don't.
That's everything. That's what it is. That's why you can't keep pushing for a job, because the rejection is a lot for you. You keep yelling at the women because you look in the mirror and you're not quite happy with what you see, and you can't have anybody tell you no, because one more bad thing, one more negative comment, one more negative thought is gonna lay out. And you're fighting at it like you're fighting for your life. Is that accurate?
Yes.
Miss Slocum, if you do nothing else when you leave here, I want you to make a decision to value yourself. And I want you to make a decision to value yourself so much that the rest of the world doesn't frighten you as much as it does. This man loves you. You have taken him to hell and back with this jealousy thing, yelling and hooping and hollering and screaming everywhere you go, every time, and he's sticking with you. This means he loves you. This means you have value. This means that when he looks at you, he sees a beautiful woman. This means his heart is with you. This means that he cares for you. You have value. And, you know, you can't secure a marriage from the outside in. You can't knock out all the women you think might maybe one day look at him and reach toward him. You secure a marriage from the inside out. Make it so he's happy when he gets home, because he's gonna see you. You know what I mean? It's a good atmosphere. It's a happy wife. It's a loving place. It's a woman who's got ideas and things and feels good about herself. You got to work on you. You got to work on that inside. You got to work on that self-esteem, because there's no reason for you to feel like you're on the edge of disaster every day, which is what she's feeling, you know. Yeah. She thinks her world's going to end like that because she's so frightened and she's so less than. And I don't think you did it to her. No. I'm just letting you know what the nature of the problem that you got. You need to see somebody and work on your esteem issues. Everything after that, all the rest of this falls away. It doesn't fall away overnight, but it falls away. Do you understand what I'm saying? Your problem is not him. Your problem isn't the women in the world. Your problem is that little girl in the back of your head saying, you're not good enough. And that chick is lying to you. You understand what I'm telling you?
Yes, ma'am.
She is lying to you. You got a good man there. He loves you. Go home and make sure he feels it. This matter is adjourned.
I love him, so I would really love to work on everything and just start over, fresh start.
I think we're gonna work on you a little bit more, get you feeling good about yourself, and I think things should fall into place.